All right, what's up? Going to be talking about types of monsters that you should try to avoid prioritizing upgrades on in the game. It's going to be these sorts of monsters that I've shown on the screen here. But yeah, before I get into that, I want to first go over, what is the point of leveling monsters in the first place, right? So obviously when you level monsters, stats do increase, and the main stat that does increase throughout pretty much all of the monsters is going to be their attack damage, right? Their base attack stat over here. There are some exceptions, such as an increased stat boost on monsters such as Speedy, monsters such as Mighty, monsters such as Hellhound. But overall, you mainly upgrade monsters for their damage, right? Sometimes that damage can be amplified by their ability, but in most situations with an active ability, that ability won't be getting increased, right? It's not like Deathbite's percent damage will get increased if you upgrade him. It's not like Teddy's stun duration will get increased if you upgrade him. It's not like Raw's somehow monster freeze ability will get improved if you upgrade him. Those abilities are stagnant from level 1 to level 500. The only changes in those monsters is going to be their base attack damage. So when you look at monsters and their uses throughout the game, you want to consider if upgrades on them will actually help at all. Even if you're just upgrading them with a little gold, will that actually make a difference at all, instead of just saving up that gold for a carry such as Amaterasu, or a carry such as Felina, or even a carry such as Slime King, that will actually be making more of an impact and have more gold effective upgrades, right? When we look at these monsters here, their main purposes are not really damage at all. They're to either amplify damage, provide utility, or provide a stun in some sort of way, right? If we look at, for example, Susanoo here, you can upgrade Susanoo and that will increase the base attack damage, which can help in some situations, right? I'm not saying that the upgrades here will not help with their setups, will not enable you to beat some levels or challenges. I'm just saying it shouldn't be a top priority, right? If you upgrade Susanoo, the Rock Resummon ability, which is what Susanoo is there for, will not be increased at all. Instead, you can be using that gold to upgrade a monster such as Amaterasu, such as Jiraiya, such as Zeus, such as Felina, such as all of these other carries that will be having a lot more gold effective upgrades. And you should generally just be avoiding these monsters in your upgrade priority that don't really gain that much from upgrading, right? I'm sure if you do upgrade Anubis and have Anubis at level 500, of course, that can help with beating some challenge levels, right? Maybe Anubis needs to kill a rock breaker or kill this one unit. But I think in general, especially throughout the mid to late game, you should not really be prioritizing these units just because they don't really provide much for the gold that you are putting into them. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say, just about understanding that, what are your upgrades really doing, and are they really cost effective in comparison to the monsters you're upgrading, right? You want to think about what the monster is there for, and if an upgrade on them will actually help what they are there for, right? Stun duration, not really increased by upgrades. The ability, and a utility ability specific effect won't really be increased by upgrades, right? It's not like Anubis will have a damage multiplier increase when you do have Anubis upgraded. It's just always going to be 5 times damage anyways. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Just avoid upgrading these monsters that have that are primarily ability focused and won't benefit too much from your upgrades, except for, buffers like Speedy, Hellhound, yada yada. There are some exceptions. I'm just saying for the vast majority of monsters. Like, subscribe, and yeah, see ya.